Your Toyota BC Dealers presents BC Outdoors Sport Fishing.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Hot fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Come on, Heather. Oh, we got a quad.
With your host, Mike Mitchell.
Oh, he's coming this way now.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, Yamaha, Freshwater Fisheries Society of BC, Port Boathouse, and the Pacific Salmon Foundation.
Pretty fish. Not a bad size halibut. Nothing better. That's not a bad hallie. Welcome everybody to BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. I'm your host, Mike Mitchell. Today we got Mike Kelly from Tides and Tails. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Let's let the viewers know where we are.
Well, right now we're at the Quarterdeck Inn and Marina in beautiful downtown Port Hardy. Of course, Port Hardy is only about a 5-hour drive from Nanaimo, about an hour and 15-minute flight from the South Terminal in Vancouver. And right out there, we got some halibut.
Yeah, we got a couple days of fishing here, and today we're going to go out and tackle halibut, like you said. So what can we expect while we're out there?
Well, you know, it's calm seas right now. We've got good weather, but there's a lot of fog out there, so we're going to be using our radar and GPS, of course, to navigate around in the fog. We're going to head out into Queen Charlotte Sound. We've got some banks, some shoals out there. We're going to see what we can find.
And there's some other fish out there too, as well as halibut, eh?
Well, that's the neat thing about bottom fishing. You never know what you're going to catch.
Awesome. I'm hooked. I'm sold. Let's go.
Let's get it done.
Okay.
My guys already got one good fish in the boat, and there's lots of bait there, just around the corner. Right where we had our double header the first year. Well, there's lots of action there right now, he said.
Yeah, we got one on.
So what were you doing there, Mike? Just jigging it? And
Doing a little jiggy. I don't think he's very big. I buckled the rod right over, but it's still good. Good hit. Oh no, did he let go? Yeah, let go.
Oh, he let go, eh?
Okay, back down.
So we noticed that we're using this storm swim bait, and we were getting lots of bites, but we were noticing that there were more short bites. They were hitting the tail, and that was sort of evidenced by the abrasions on the rubber tail. So what I'm going to do is tie on a stinger hook off the back, and I'm using one of the Gamakatsu Big River bait hooks. And so we're going to tie that off and work it into the back of the bait. And I'm just going to let it dangle there just like that. Okay, and then I'll trim the end off. Put a little bit of octopus on here on the swim bait, and the idea being that when the fish grabs it, it'll hang on a little bit longer. I'll use the Procure bait injection scent system, and I'll inject the swim bait with whichever scent I like.
Oh, I got my bait. All juiced up.
So what do you got on?
This one's stuck this time. So it's right. This is the one you put that little stinger hook on the back, eh?
Okay.
And this is the swim bait one, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's that storm swim bait.
So you put that stinger on the back there because we were missing a couple get some short bites earlier.
By far, we've had more bites on that one than any. I think it's that actual tail seems to entice them into.
Yeah, and it's the glow and everything else down there too, probably. And you tipped it with a bit of squid too, so extra little bit of everything, right? I don't think he's very big, but he's coming up anyway. And this is the best part about bottom fishing. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, this is true.
Oh, there you go, Mike. You're on that one, Mike.
Oh.
Or maybe we're tangled here.
Well, that's not a bad hallie. Now, do you want to take this guy, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good fish.
That's one for the one under, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Never free of that one.
Excellent. Yeah, that'll be a good eater.
Great.
But that's really the size that you want to eat. We get lots of big ones up here every year, but we like to let those go and
the
keep
breeders,
for
right?
dinner. You bet. Yeah,
these are perfect. It was just funny. I was just texting my wife on the side there saying, she asked how I was doing. I said, good, I'm trying to get her some meat for some fish tacos, and bang, there it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, nothing beats some fish tacos.
So new regulations, you got to put this down on your license as well,
You
like
bet.
Chinook. So I'll write this one down. Area 12.
We're in area 12, and then what we're going to do is before we put them in the fish hold, we're going to measure them because you have to record the length in centimeters on your license. So,
Perfect.
So we'll do that, and I'm thinking this guy is under the 90 centimeter size limit, but we'll check it. So you're allowed, of course, one under 90 centimeters and one under 133 centimeters.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Well, let's get the tape measure. That'll be a good eating fish.
86 centimeters.
There you go, Lefty.
Nice, eh?
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Closed captioning is fueled by the Sport Fishing Institute of BC.
Now we're into the game here.
Yeah, we got something on here. This is on the swim bait. I'm not sure what I've got here. I don't think it's a huge fish, but we'll
Probably a good candidate to release.
maybe a good candidate to release.
And these fish are pretty hardy though, aren't they?
They're certainly strong, and that was enjoyable actually. As I was sort of casted out the swim bait, and as I was working it back towards the boat, I felt him grab once, and then I missed him, and then I felt him grab it again. Oh, we're getting some fight out of him now.
That swim bait's worked really well so far today, hasn't it? We've done well with it.
Yeah, you bet.
Lines are all good, Mike. You don't need me to clear them.
No, I think we'll be fine here.
I'm watching these other ones, so you just concentrate on your rod tip, okay?
You bet.
All right, grasshopper.
Grasshopper. We're gonna get a look here pretty quick.
There we go.
We've got a halibut.
Nice. What a big one.
Oh, a small chicken. So, you know, I think this guy's a good candidate for release.
Learning with the pros. Brought to you by your Toyota BC dealers.
Today I want to talk to you about properly releasing halibut. Halibut are a good candidate for catch and release because they're very strong, hardy fish, and provided the fish isn't damaged or bleeding, they usually release very, very well and with a high success rate. The important thing is that when you do catch a halibut that you intend to release, to keep the fish in the water as long as you can. I also like to use larger hooks that I can get my gaff hook under and be able to pull out of their mouths as easily as possible. It's important again that you don't use a device such as a net or a gaff through the fish's body, but again, keep the fish in the water and just simply pull the hooks out. For more tips like these, watch next week's episode.
How's it feel?
Yeah, that feels like a little bitter fish.
Yeah.
So
I'll watch these other sides here too for you.
I just dropped her down, touched the bottom, brought her up a couple turns,
Whack.
and as I was lowering, it felt like it just landed on the bottom, and there was a halibut on there.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really liking these speed jigging rods from Rappler. They're paired with the Benthos reel, 2-speed reel. Yeah, they're dynamite. What I like about them is I'm using them in the 5.5 and in the 6.5 foot lengths, but when I'm fishing deep, I've got enough sensitivity in the tip that I can feel those strikes down deep, but yet there's still enough backbone that you can set the hook in deep water. So sometimes we're fishing down as deep as 450 feet and even deeper.
Yeah.
And you know, with the no stretch suffix braid, you can feel those strikes down in the deep water. So strikes that you would normally miss if you didn't have that, sensitivity in the line and the rod. So we're just out in the middle of Queen Charlotte Strait right now, and sort of halfway between Port Hardy and the mainland, and we got a little shoal out here.
Yeah. There's a few other boats. You got a couple of other guide boats that are working the area too, and there's some other guys that were from different outfits that were around earlier.
You bet.
But this is good. This is our third halibut to the boat, I think, already, right? We released that one that you caught earlier. You wanted to get something a little bit bigger, and I think you've done it.
Yeah, it looks like a decent fish here.
Yeah, and we had a little tap on the set. We just kind of got another rod over here. Oh, you got a little knock on this one here too, Mike.
This one's a little bit smaller, and I think I'm going to let this one go, and he's a good candidate for release, and I'll see if I can't find myself a little bit bigger one.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Fish on. Let's get back to BC outdoor sport fishing.
Bright and early, day two.
Day two, yeah, you bet.
So we're heading out to another halibut spot this morning. And you can see my voice is all foggy from sleeping last night. So what are we, whereabouts are we compared to where we were yesterday? What's the deal here? What are we doing today?
Okay, well, so we moved out of Queen Charlotte Strait, and we moved up into some of the channels that separate Queen Charlotte Strait from Queen Charlotte Sound. So we've got a bunch of areas, several different archipelagos of islands. We've got lots of tide running through. It's a little bit rockier area, so it's a little bit different ground that we're fishing, and tends to have a little bit bigger fish. So as you remember yesterday, we let a couple go or let some go looking for bigger fish, and that's what we're doing today. So,
okay, different type of fishing today too?
Definitely, yeah. We're going to be drift fishing versus anchoring. Key here is going to be keeping our gear off the bottom because we're in a rocky area and there is tide and current. So we're going to try to keep our gear up off the bottom, 5-6 turns, which roughly equates to maybe 8-10 feet off the bottom. And we're just going to keep working over these areas and up and down rocky areas and seeing what we can find.
All right. Well, are we there?
We are there. Let's get it done.
Let's get the rods down. Are we gonna run that swim bait again?
No, not here. It's too deep and too much tide.
Too much current. Okay.
We'll just run. We'll run this jig, and we'll run 2 spreaders.
There you go, Michael. Third little spot of the morning. As you can see, it's bright and sunny out. I don't think this guy's very big.
So you're just jigging right off the bottom there, Mike, and
Little whack-a-doodle.
came up and grabbed it.
Yeah. He's a ways down. Got a bit of a fight to bring him up.
Yeah. We're in about 200 feet of water here, but we're sort of...
Oh, there he is. That's a lingcod. I don't know, what is that? Cabazon?
Cabin, like a red Irish lord.
Cool. Show that. That's really cool.
Look at how red the colors are in that guy.
Gorgeous.
That's what they call a red Irish lord.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't think it was a halibut. Pop him off, let him go.
Yeah, we'll let him go.
Yeah. Well, it's not what we were looking for, but it's a fish. Well, I'll get back down and see if I can't catch a halibut.
That's a good idea, Mike. Thank you.
Oh, and we got another one. Look at that. Conquered 2 of them today.
You're good at catching those, man.
Look at that guy. He's even smaller. He's a junior lord. He might be more like a duke.
The Duke.
All right. It's good. And that's a wrap, folks. Welcome back to BC Outdoors. We're conquering Ireland here on today's episode.
One lord at a time.
One lord at a time. Lost them, they came back. It's not a big fish.
But with bottom fishing, it's always neat to see different species. What are your bets, Mike?
I'm gonna say you probably got a sculpin or maybe a rockfish or something like
Oh,
that.
come on. Look at that. I'm 3 for 3 on the Irish Lord. Woo!
Pretty fish.
The Irish Lord. That was an epic battle of royalty. We got one on, Mike. So we're just about to set the anchor. You decided to do a quick drift and drop the lines on to see which way the current was running, right?
Yeah.
And you got something off here?
Yeah.
I've had a couple bites on the other side too, so.
It didn't take very long either.
No. Sometimes you just gotta find the fish sometimes, right?
Yeah, I think we got ourselves a chicken on the line.
Nice. So this will be possibly a good candidate, depending on the size here, for release, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll get him up, have a look at it, see how well it's hooked, and if it looks like it's not bleeding or anything, we'll try to get the hooks out of it and let her go. Good fighter though. Just buried the rod when it first hit.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, we got a silver gray rockfish.
Oh, wow.
That's what we got.
Big fish.
It's called a silver gray rockfish. You're thinking we had a small halibut?
I've never seen one of those before. Very cool.
You can tell them because they got the pink on the base of the jaw, but more of a silver color through the body.
Yep.
And yeah, they're actually quite a good eating fish. So
Nice.
you can see he's got the bends.
Good table fare for fish and chips.
You bet.
All right. You got a bite there, Mike?
Yep. Oh, that's a better fish.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm gonna clear this line here. Should I leave the one set line down?
Sure. Yeah, I just dropped to check bottom and I'm bringing it up a couple turns and I got nipped on the way up. And so I let it sit for a second and I could see it playing with it and I waited till he pulled down on the rod and then I gave it a couple turns just to set the hook. Feisty fish. I think I have
Good
myself.
fish?
Yeah, I think I got myself another chicken here.
So again, regulations, Mike, are 2 halibut possession, 1 a day though.
1 a day, that's right.
And then the size limits?
So you're allowed 1 a day, 2 in possession. They can't be any larger than 133 centimeters.
Yep.
And you can't have one that's, you can only have one between 90 and 133 centimeters. You could have 2 under 90 centimeters,
Okay.
but you can only have one that's over 90 centimeters of your 2. So,
And the reasoning they do that kind of thing?
well, there's a number of reasons. Really what it is to,
Look at this, you're not used to doing this.
oh, here we go.
That's a good fish.
That's a nice halie.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that one, Mike.
You know, I can't decide.
Huh?
We just got here, the fishing's good. Should we take him or should we let him go? I think I'd like to look for a bigger one.
Okay. Well, let's let him go then. What do you need?
Okay.
How would I hold this for you?
You hold that. He's a nice fish, but we've got all season. There he goes. So we'll keep looking. They're fun to catch,
Yeah.
and they seem to be biting. So
Yeah.
we'll
Just
keep
size
rolling.
up a bit.
Yeah,
A
see
little
if
bit
we can
bigger.
get a bigger one.
I got a mess on the other side here I gotta clean up, so
Okay.
I'll give you the rod here.
Sounds
You got
good.
it?
Are you tangling again over there?
Yeah, I'm tangled up.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Fish on! Let's get back to BC outdoor sport fishing. Tackle and gear. Here is what we've been using on the water today.
Hello folks, we're going to talk to you about the gear that we've been using on today's episode. The rods today we're using were the RSC 5'8" speed jigging specials by Rapala. Paired them up with a Benthos 2-speed reels, and then we put on a 100-pound Suffolk braid line, right? And then we went through the tackle kit and decided today would be a good day to use some stuff you got some local knowledge on, right?
You bet, yeah. So we've been, last couple of years, been using the Gamakatsu Big River bait hook in 9/0 and 10/0 sizes. They've got a real good bend to them, but they've got excellent holding power, and they're sticky sharp, so we can get excellent hookups with those. We're also using the Wild-Eyed Giant Jig and Shad from Storm Lures. We referred to it as a swim bait during this episode, but it was very, very effective, and it was, I think, likely due to the tail to get a lot of action, and that seemed to entice a lot of bites. We also added a Big River bait hook as a trailer because we were getting some short strikes, and that seemed to improve our hookups. And we were also topping all our baits with some ProCure Anchovy Super Gel. Excellent stuff. This caused the halibut to grab a hold and hang on a little bit longer, and again, increase the number of hookups that we had, Mike.
All right, folks, we're going to follow up with a quick list for you. Get your notepads out, and we'll see you out on the water.
All tackle and gear is available at Harbor Chandler.
Halibut, I believe.
Another,
Nice.
another chicken.
Yeah. This is a different bite though too, right? And a different bit of a fight. You can tell pretty good when you, with the head shakes and the rod action, what kind of species it is normally, can't you?
You bet. I'll bring this one up to get it out of the way for you.
Okay. There we go. A little bit of more of a fight there. How deep are we fishing here anyway?
We're about 290,
Yeah.
290 in this spot, right on the edge of a bank, just sort of drifting along the edge of the bank. And the tide's ebbing at the moment, so it's washing some bait and feed up onto that bank, and the hallies are sitting there picking it off as it's getting washed up it.
There we go. It's not a bad size halibut.
You want to keep this guy, Mike?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. There we go. Well, there you go, Mike.
There's some slack. Nice little chicken.
You bet.
Not the biggest of fish, but you know what? They taste so good at that size, don't they?
Oh, you bet. Moist and tender, wonderful eating. So,
And that's what we're about right here, trying to get some meat for the freezer.
so what are you gonna make out of this guy?
I don't know. Maybe some fish tacos for the kids, probably.
Oh, that sounds deluxe. Yeah.
All right, we'll get the hook out of them. And
Okay.
do you want? I'm done now for the day. There's my one for the day, and I got one yesterday, so I'm good. I got 2 halibut to take home. I'm happy,
And there we go.
and Mama's happy too.
Excellent.
Well, Mike, what a fantastic day of fishing. It's so much fun.
You bet. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Mike. Good action for
Yeah,
sure.
lots of different species.
Yeah. We got halibut, of course,
Yeah.
and lots of them. And you caught your first red Irish lord.
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Yeah, we got a silver gray rockfish, some
Yeah.
snappers, and lingcod, all the good stuff.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And again, this area is one of my favorite spots. And this is, I get asked at trade shows, I get asked around lots, what are your favorite spots to fish for saltwater? And I always come up with Port Hardy and Shearwater. My 2 favorite spots are the spots that I will choose. If I could choose to go to any spot every year, those are the 2 spots I want to go to. But again, I come up here and you talk me into coming up here every year saying, we got to come up, do this. And it never fails. We always have so much fun.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, we enjoy it every time. And it's nice we've been getting into fish close to home, which makes things easy, lots of action. And we've had some great weather. And
Yeah.
we just can't complain.
A little foggy, but look at the seas. It's calm.
Oh, you
It's
bet.
like it's like we're in a lake right now.
Oh, you bet.
That's great. Anyway, thanks for having us, Mike.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
And thank you, folks, for joining us on BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. We look forward to having you join us on a future episode.
Your Toyota BC dealers presents BC Outdoor Sport Fishing, made possible by Rapala, crafted from experience. Yamaha, Conquer Outdoors. Freshwater Fisheries Society of BC, making fishing in BC even better. The Pacific Salmon Foundation, bringing them back stream by stream. Port Boat House, our official servicing dealership, along with